Okay, so welcome everyone to the third instalment of our pistol building program. Today we're going to sort of try and work on a little bit of balance in the bottom position of the pistol, and then also try and sort of begin with, we're trying to free up some of our hip ability and sort of our inside leg, and as well as all the other body movements that we normally do. So as long as everyone's fit and healthy and they don't have any injuries that are bothering them, we'll make a start. So obviously, if you do have any injuries, just work around them and don't cause yourself any pain. Okay, so if we start on the warm-up, so if we'll get down to downward dog, and really try and roll your ankles round when you get into the downward dog position, and walk your ankles up and down, but also try and make circles with your heels. So to try and really, if you do have stiff ankles, it just helps a little bit to really try and get all of those bones in your foot moving, because they all help to free up the ankle. And if you can sort of go into a nice high A-frame and get your heels down, it's a nice warm-up position to get. So you just walk each foot one side at a time, and then get both down. And go into a higher A-frame position. Nice straight arms, nice straight legs if you can do it. And then come down and reverse into cobra. And just really stretch out your lower abs. And release your upper back. And look up at the sky. And reverse back up into downward dog. Again, just work your ankles around, some nice big circles with your heels. So going one way. And then the other. And then both heels down. Looking forward. Into cobra. Just stretch there for a second. And come back up. We'll do a few faster reps of this. Come down in your preferred manner. And up into cobra. And just flow between two postures. And you can descend however you see fit. A few more reps of this. Just feeling a little bit warmer. Get a bit of a press up in there as well. And swoop down. Back up. Two more. Last one. And pop up into some squats. So just to do some very light squats, nice and wide, just to liven up our hips. And just go down into a nice comfortable depth, and then back up. Okay, a few reps there. Shouldn't take too many before you start feeling that everything's starting to loosen up, a little bit wider. Keep your body nice and upright as you can, and to pause at the bottom. Just really feel the work is all happening at the hip. Go a little bit wider. And do some side squats to really weight that heel. Always try and lift your toes up off the floor to make sure you're not using your forefoot. And down. Keep your body upright. And down as low as you can. This is really going to help you mobilise your adductors. And sometimes these muscles stop you from doing a good pistol. If you can get really low, just go down and hold it. And one more on the other side. But just go as low as you can and just test and see what feels stiff. Okay, and down onto your knees for a full stretch, further opening up our hips. So on all fours, knees nice and wide. and just rock back into a frog. You should feel a stretch in your hips and in your thigh, and just press back into it. Nothing too aggressive. Then come back forward and then back in. Try and push a little deeper. Release and come forward. And just try and go a little bit deeper each time. Just relax. A little bit deeper. Get your head closer to the ground. Nice and relaxed. Nothing too painful. And pop back up. Right. Okay, so first of our little rounds of exercises now. So first of 3, we're going to do partial pistols. So if you get close to your seat, just stand in front of your seat, nice posture, one leg out in front, nice straight leg, and sit back, and then you can either sit down or you can hover and then come back up. And if you really want to make it hard, you can not lock out and do the middle range of motion. So we do 5 or more if you can. So we just hover or sit down depending on where you are. Or if you need to, just do normal squats if it's still too much of a strain. Try and keep your knee nice and stable. 3 for me, 2 more. 1 more. And then we'll swap over legs. There we go. Again, nice posture, try and keep upright. It's quite difficult. Lower yourself down. And if you want to make it more difficult, don't lock out. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Got weak legs today. Okay, so get down to your mat and grab a fairly hefty weight if you have it. We're going to do some pistol rows. Sorry, plank rows. Got pistols in mind. So we're going to go into a nice strong plank, and we're going to row, but we're going to keep the working arm on the same side for 10 reps. And we don't put it down. Just keep the tension on the whole way, and then swap over. So, there we go. So 1, keep tension, don't relax. 2, and if you remember last week, the bracing exercise that abs and we're doing, brace for each rep. Keep a nice strong plank. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Swap over. Remember, brace the core, brace the glutes, and start rowing. 1, no rest. 2, nice and even pace. 3, 4, start to lose posture. Re-brace. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, pop back up. We're just going to do a balance exercise. My favourite, single leg deadlift, but this time if you have a weight and you want to do it on your working side, do touch the floor, bring it to your shoulder, and do a press. A heavier weight would be better, but it's really just balance on here. Trying to get your hips nice and stable. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Going to go for 10 on each side. And can you do it without touching the floor? 2 more. Starting to lose the balance a bit. 1 more. Should be really good at those after all these weeks. We swap over to my weak side. There we go. Touch and press. Back down. 2. 3. If you really think about weighting your heel in this exercise, sometimes it helps with balance. Sometimes the weight comes too far forward. So 5. 4. Losing my balance there, fight to keep it. 3. 2. Last one. And then back into partial pistols again. So if you're feeling really strong, you can probably try these without any seat behind you, and if you fall over, you can fall back onto the floor. I'm just going to continue using that as a guide for my 5 reps. 2, 3, 4, last one on the side, and 5. Swap over. 1. Then we can hover if you want to make it harder, or go freestanding, or just do normal squats if you can't. Continue. 2 more. Last one. Oh, you can really feel the cycling from this weekend in my legs today. Okay, so back onto plank row. Remember, get a real good brace in your abs and your glutes, and then start to row. So swap over whichever side you started on, and no rest. 10 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Swap over. Really braced. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then similar deadlift again with a press, if you like. So I'm going to go on my weak leg to begin with, and touch to the shoulder and press up. That's 1, 2, 3. If you're losing balance from one side, like me, just really think, where am I losing it? Is it from the hip? Am I leaning it too far forward? Six. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Swap over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Okay, on to the last round of this one. Back into your partial pistols. And just remember to try and really keep it balanced. Nice stable knee, going straight forward. 3. You've got leg strength, you can hover. I can't. Okay, swap over. And last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 5. Last round of plank rows. Just wipe down your sweat. And away we go. Okay, get a nice solid plank and try and get your shoulders square to the ground. 2, 3, 4, 5. You start to lose posture, growth again. 9, 10. Okay. Shoulders square. Don't round your backs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Something really struggle with those. And then the last round, single leg, deadlift with a press. Okay. And touch the ground and press. Attempt to be smooth and balanced as best you can. 3, 4. And I'm going all over the place quite a lot, but it's really trying to teach my body that's with balancing many different planes of motion and show up all your weaknesses, up to running and all sorts of things. Got 4 more. And last one coming up. And then we swap over. Right, okay, this is a difficult bit. Can do this without falling over. Touch. And up. This is the best one. 2, 3. It's that foot twitching and going all over the place, trying to keep balance with your body. Okay, we've got 5 more. 4. Oh, that's terrible. 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Okay, so that's that mini circuit done. So our next round, we're going to start off by doing negative pistols. So this one, you have enough space around you so you can roll backwards onto the floor when you fall over. So what we're going to try and do is go from a pistol standing and control it all the way down to the ground. And if you can hold the bottom position with your leg off the floor, just hold it there for 5 seconds or so, and then roll down and get back up. So, there we go. Slow it down. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Try and hold your foot off the floor, like that, and then back down. If you're strong enough already, then maybe you can come back up, but I'm not there yet. Then you can swap over sides for each rep. Slowly down, hold it, foot off the floor, and down, okay? So there's 1 rep each side. We've got about 4 more to do. Just alternate between sides. Just really try and get used to controlling it in the bottom position. Really slow. You can get there and you can hold it. And then release. If you just fall backwards, it's fine. But maybe that will tell you where in your body you're tight. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Keep the knees stable and hold. Okay. Got 1 more on each side. Really engage your glutes and tense your hamstrings on the way down. It can help to pull you down into the lower part of the exercise. Last rep. And it doesn't matter if you don't do this many, you're just playing with this motion at the moment. Just so your brain gets used to feeling where you are. Great. Okay, now we're going to move on to some press-ups. So we're going to do our normal press-up drop set we've been doing for the past few weeks. So if you want to pick a taxing version of a press-up for you, get as many reps as you can, and then drop down into an easier version. So for me, I'm going to do normal press-ups and drop down for kneeling. But you choose your 2 varieties. So away we go. And any pace you want. Went really slowly last week. You can go fast and you can go slow. I'm going to give it 30 seconds on this and see how long you can go before you have to drop down. Okay, that's 10 seconds. 20 seconds left. You go a bit faster before you fail. Keep going. 5 seconds. Drop down if you have to. Keep going as long as you can. And that's it. Okay. So this doesn't really matter how many you did. You're just going for time on that one now. So our next exercise. Back on the floor. Pick up your weights. And we're going to do some rear delt circles. So we're going to lay face down and make a figure of 8 in the air when you're laying face down. To really try and work the rear delt. So for 40 seconds, we're going to go. You get ready. Hold the weights however you want, just off the ground, in line with your shoulders. Away we go. Small figures of 8. Nice and controlled. To keep that figure of 8 going. Try not to touch the floor. Really calm about that figure of 8. Actually, a little bit harder than I thought. You can do circles if it's easier. Okay, got 10 seconds left. See little circles, little quick circles. Keep going, keep going. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, then back on to our negative pistols. So, really try and control where you are in space, and just keep that leg up at front as high as you can. And then you can do 3 reps, you can do 5 reps, it's all up to you. Slowly lower yourself down, but important is keep this leg nice and balanced, nice and straight. Then you're going straight forward, right over your big toe. And hold, and then down. Swap over legs. Go at your own pace now. Just control it as best you can. Okay, just really control those negatives. You can do lunges or another exercise if it's no good for you, or you could just do a normal squat until you get down as low as you can, or you can do partial pistols again. If you're finding it's too difficult and it's hurting your knees, then just drop down to one of the other varieties that we tried before. So last rep on each side for me. So make this a good one. Slowly, 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 and hold. And last one, and down. Great, okay, so our press up drop set. So pick your two varieties of press up, and away we go. In about 5 seconds we'll start. And you're going to go for 30 seconds, as many as you can do. And off we go now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, and drop down if you need to. And keep going, got 10 seconds left. As many as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the end of that 30 seconds. Well done. Okay, so back onto the rear delt circles. Grab your weights. I tried figure of eight, but I completely failed. So I'm going to do circles now. And we're going to do 30 seconds starting now. So 40 seconds. Keep going, nice circles. Reverse the circles, go the other way. Don't touch the ground. Keep going. Make them smaller, faster. Really get those rear delts working. Should be burning right now. 10 more seconds. Keep going. Small circles, reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop them down. Okay, so last round of negative pistols. So again, if you want to drop down to an easier exercise, you can. You could say you could continue to do pistols onto a seat, or if that's too much, pick another version of a squat. But where we go with 5 reps of these, and really hold the bottom, try and really work those hip flexor muscles, and then drop down. Okay, so if you can hold it for that long, that's great. Slowly lower, get to the bottom, really work those, hold it, and then drop down. Okay, you can do up to 5 of these. I might do 3 because I'm holding it a bit longer at the bottom, try and keep balance. Slowly lower, keep your hamstrings engaged, glutes engaged, and drop. So that's the second one on that side. Really hold the bottom, you can touch your toes, back down. Last one. And it's a good one. Really controlled. Get your hamstrings involved. Tense them up. Keep balance. And then drop down. Okay. The last one. Some of mine are difficult, so I just fell over there. The rest of you all looking good, so well done. Last one, press up. Okay, so get in the press up position. We'll go in 5 seconds. Try and do 30 seconds again. Where we go. As many as you can. In 30 seconds. And drop down when you need to. So get a bit harder. And drop down for me. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds left. And finish. Okay, I'll reach failure there. That's pretty good. Excellent. Okay. So, rear delta circles. Grab your weights. And again, 40 seconds. Little circles, nice and tight, nice and high. So it's 10 seconds gone. Reverse of movement. Nice and tight, nice and quick circles, nice and high. So another 10 seconds, and we reverse. So here we come up to the last 10 seconds. Reverse it again, nice and tight. 5 more seconds, keep going. And stop. Okay, right. Let's see. Our last three exercises, we're going to start working on some more core, because the core really helps with the pistols, so you've got to really get those lower abs engaged. So I've teamed up 3 ab exercises. So you're going to do another plank. This is one of the best ones for your lower abs. You've got to really practice that bracing motion that we've talked about. And in this one, we're just going to tap the side of our head for 10 reps. So away we go. So you're going to brace, tap, brace, put your hand down. Okay, that was 1. Brace, brace. You get the idea. So 5, 4. Really keep your shoulders square. 3, 2, 1. Really squeeze those abs. Last one. Okay. We're going to go on to some twists. Keep your feet on the floor and keep tension in your abs. You can grab a little weight if you want and twist from side to side. So we do 20. So 1, 2, 3, keeping tension in the abs all the time. Keep your shoulders off the ground. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's really burning, right? Okay. We go on to some leg lifts. So legs as straight up in the air as you can, both feet down, almost touching the ground, and then back up. And what you're trying to do here is get rid of the space that's under your back. So if it helps, put your hands there and squash them. Use your abs to squash those hands and remove that arch. And then do your reps. So, going to do 10, 9, really squeeze at the bottom, squash those hands. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. Really squash those hands at the bottom, squeeze it. Just 1 more. Brilliant. So if you're losing that contraction, then you can just release, have a rest, and get back into it. Okay, so we're going to go back onto planks. This is going to get pretty difficult now after those other 2 exercises. And away we go. Touch your head, hold, brace. Touch your head, brace. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straight onto the twists. Away we go. Okay, so it gets harder if you hold the weight right over your shoulders. Don't let your shoulders touch the ground. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, leg lift again. Remember about squashing the hands. Really hold that contraction in. And up, 1, 2. All your effort is in the bottom of the movement. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bend your knees if you have to. 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're on to our last round now. Back on to planks. And where we go. Remember to brace, square shoulders, good posture. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Brace to reach rep if you can. 8, 9, 10. Okay, onto the twists. The last time. Really fight. Keep shoulders off the ground and twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Onto leg lifts. I mean, it's the best set we've done so far. Right, squeeze the hands and the lower back. And that's 1 rep. 2, 3, 4, 5. Give everything you got at the bottom to squeeze those hands under your back. Bend your knees if you have to get good form. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Brilliant. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. And Mary, it's over to you.
Okay, so people have been working hard, well done. I'm just going to use the chair to stretch with. So if you've got a chair or something that's elevated, we're just going to go down. Feet are shoulder width apart, hands are shoulder width apart, and stretch back. Similar to the dog, now we've worked, we just want to stretch our hamstrings with your straight back and reach your arms forward. And allow your head to be heavy And just breathe in and breathe out. And as you inhale, gather the air in, curl up your tummy, and as you exhale, just allow the weight of your body and gravity to let it go. Let the arms, let the head drop between the arms. Try and feel the stretch at the back of your legs. You can play here, you can pull your kneecaps up, you can pull your toes up. That'll be a deeper hamstring stretch. And I want to take one arm, and I want you to take that arm to your diagonal toe and just look under the armpit. Just looking under that armpit in a twist. Then I want you to let go of that knee on the unbound leg, and I want you to turn over to where you've gone. Keeping that leg straight, but looking backwards. Coming forward, arms are forward, the other arm drops diagonally to the other foot. Looking under that armpit, releasing the leg that's unbound with the hand. Feeling the stretch in your buttock, and then raising that arm above and looking over. Allow that leg that's free for the knee to bend, to allow you to turn. Then coming back straight, coming up through your body, right the way nice and tall. Hands on your back, allow yourself to go backwards. Allow everything to go back, allow the heart to open. You want your hands high, then that's fine. Or just supporting your spine. And just allowing your neck to go within its range. Don't overstretch. Just nice and comfortable. And then coming forward. And we've actually got a hip surgeon with us tonight. We're going to go through some hip stretches. I'm just going to keep my chair straight so that you can see me. First of all, just elevating your foot on your chair or your bed or whatever you've got. And I want you to move your knee backwards and forwards. Just moving your knee backwards and forwards. These are all within your range. Nothing here should be uncomfortable. And then once you feel where the end of your range is, I want you to straighten your hips, so your hips are nice and level. And I want you to bring your arm on the same side as your leg that's on the floor and go backwards, opening up that hip flexor. You want two hands? That's fine. Your option could be to bind. Your head is straight, but you're opening backwards through that hip flexor. But there are loads of little hip flexors, so just tilt your body slowly to one side. Try and keep your knees straight, but try and just get a stretch to the side through your groin, through here. All those little muscles. We should unmute Cece and she can tell us them all. There are many little muscles changing to the other side. Now, with the same knee forward, I want you to externally rotate. So that leg is going out. You may want to bring your back foot in a little and just stand. Just open that hip. Opening that hip as far as it's comfortable, turning to your 9 o'clock. And again, a counter stretch, which works through your body, would be putting your hand on your knee, pushing your knee against your hand, and then looking in the other direction. So you've got to bind with your hand on your knee, and you look in the opposite direction. The other foot stays straight. You could even open up with that arm. but push the knee into the hand. Allow your body to settle. And because we've gone out, you then need to go in. So that knee crosses inwards, just within your range. You may just need to wriggle to see where is your range. Don't turn your hip. Your hips should be straight, but the knee is rotating the hip inwards. And your knee goes onto your hand, and you've got a bind, trying to keep your pelvis level. And again, your knee is going in that direction. So you're going to open up and look in the opposite direction. And allow your breath to settle. You could practice thumb up or thumb down. And that's just opening up neuromuscular pathways. So we're going to repeat that on the other leg. So changing knees, the knee comes up. You're just going to rock it backwards and forwards. We're taking our time. And then you're going to lift up through this side and lift through that hip flexor, coming backwards. Again, if you want to extend with your arms over your head, see if you can get the lift through the hip flexor, through your abdominal, through your ribs, coming backwards. Allowing that knee to pull up and go back. And then just coming forwards. As we did before, the knee goes out. So just move it into a nice, comfortable out position. That's your abduction. And then you're going to use this hand. You're going to push your knee in. You're going to push your hand out. So you're going to get that bind, get some tension there. And then the other arm goes out and you look away. Use your breath just to help it to settle. Help open that pathway through the spiral line through your body. Coming up to center, your knee went out, so it's very simple. The knee goes in. So working around that hip, your own rowing when we rotate. So we're just opening those muscles. In running, we do everything straight, but our legs need to be free. So allowing that knee to internally rotate, that's coming across your body. The hand goes on the outside of the knee, you're opening your chest. Then you're going to look in the opposite direction, but you're going to bind the knee and the hand together. And just remember your thumb could be up or your thumb can be down. Doesn't make a difference. Can you feel that stretch in your thigh? Okay, just releasing, giving your legs a shake. Now, some people will find this comfortable, some people may find it's uncomfortable with their knee. So all of these stretches can be done on the floor and just pulling your leg up. If you can use something else to balance. I'm going to put one leg on the chair, one leg on the chair and pull up. So again, coming into that hip flexor, just a different way of opening up that hip flexor, all your hip stretches. And then I'm going to open that leg. So it's down, then I'm going to open. So your knee is down, then you're going to open, the other leg's going to stay straight. Just opening through your groin, just at a different angle. So you're in your jingle position. A little bit of balance, a little bit of jingle. You feel any tightness around there, just give it a wriggle. Hips are meant to rotate. Get the inside of your knee as well. So that was outwards. And just taking very good care, I want you to turn that hip inwards. So that hip is now going to go inwards on the chair. So that was your outwards. And now that knee is going to bend under the other knee and go inwards. Just as a little drop. It's quite hard to show you. You can bend that knee. It's the hip I want you to mobilise, and it's just going inwards. Try and keep the hips level, but the knee goes in behind the other knee. Slightly different stretches today. Good. Give it a shake. Changing legs. What we did first, the leg goes backwards, and you're going to go tall. Just going to pull up tall. Stretching, pulling that kneecap up nice and tall. Remember, you can extend it, you can move it. It's behind your body this time. And then the leg's going to go outwards, but it's behind. Sorry, so it's behind, and then it goes outwards. So that's your jingle. So it's behind your body. So it's behind and you're going out. And then it's behind and you're going under the standing leg. Knees coming under the standing leg. That comes under. Front leg bends a little. And then knee is going in and under. So it's going in and under. Little curtsy. And you're going to come up. You're just going to wriggle through. Hip circles. Like a hula hoop. Like a hula hoop. And we're going to go down into our side lunge and move all around. If you've still got your bottle or your weight, you're going to move around in a figure of 8. Those hips are going to circle. Around they go. Around. Going to come down onto our chair. Been doing quite a lot of press ups. Hang onto your chair. Hands are on the chair, and your head is going to go in, stretching through your triceps. And then coming onto your 4-point, but your fingers are going to point towards your body, and your wrist is going to be backwards. Your fingers are towards your body, and you're going to walk away, stretching your hands backwards. We're going to turn our hands to the normal position, and you're just going to drop your hips side to side. So you're just going to drop your hips to one side, hold that as a stretch, and drop your hips to the other side. Just holding that there. Going to come up, once more each side, and as we drop, we're just going to open through our chest and go backwards. Just finding a position that you feel is stretching. Hands come forward. You're going to drop to the other side. Feel that drop. And then open that shoulder. Round it goes. You're going to follow that arm around and go into your back plank. And you're going to stretch tall in your back plank. Fingers point the same way as your toes, and you lift your hips up and your head goes backwards. Not overextending your neck, just holding that as your stretch. If you want your bottom on the ground and put your elbows down, that's still the same stretch, going backwards. Coming down onto the floor, your head's going to rest on the floor and just hands under your hips, giving yourself a nice hug. So your knees are coming into your chest, a nice hug. You're going to release your hips just by rolling from side to side. And then stretching out into your pencil. One more bind, hands are going to cross over, feet are going to cross over. Press the feet together, press the hands together. Just inhale and exhale. Closing your eyes as you put that bind. Change your bind so your hands cross over the other direction, your feet cross over in the other direction. Press the palms together, press the feet together. Connect through your body. Try and pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Try and feel your rib cage rise and fall, keeping your back engaged on the mat. As you inhale, as you exhale, let it go. Let the arms uncurl and go down by your sides. Uncross your feet and just let your feet be. Just melt into the mat. Allow everything to settle. Find a comfortable position and just concentrate on your breath. Just inhale and exhale, letting it go, letting it go. Just inhale, filling your lungs. Expanding your lungs sideways if you can. Maybe try exhaling through your nose. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling. And finding your fingers, playing the piano, making a fist. Allowing that thumb to move around, allowing that wrist to go around in a circle. Maybe up and down, those feet and those toes. Just loosening them off. The ankles, we talked about ankle circles. And knees. Bring our knees up and allow our knees to go from side to side. And then rolling onto your right side and pushing yourself up and just coming up back to seated already. Just allow everything to curl down, curl it down. Anything that's still a little bit stiff, just relax it out, give it a shake. It's all okay. You've done well tonight. Gather that air in. Oh, pull it through. Gather it up. And just like my sunflower, come out in full bloom. And let it be. And just give yourself a clap. Well done you. Thank you for coming tonight. Those pistol squats are coming on. So that's excellent. All that good tuition from Alex. Well done.
Thank you, Mary and Alex.
Thank you so much.
Bye.